Good morning, everybody. This morning's service, as you can tell, if you don't know already from all the announcements about the soup, but it's going to be a very different service and very participatory service this morning. So, including our introit, where I want all of you to join in singing this introit together. So, we are going to sing, I Know This Rose Will Open, and Rebecca, why don't you go over there next to Landon? All right, so for those who don't know or might not know the hymn super well, it's number 396 in your hymnal. We also have the words over there, and it's a canon or a round, which means we're going to divide us into three sections, which is pretty easy. We have this first section over here, us 7, and I'm going to lead you here. We have this middle section here, which is going to be our second group, and Nathaniel and John will lead you, and our third group will be this large group over here with Rebecca and Landon. And so I'm going to start singing, and when each person kind of points to you, you will join in and sing. And if you don't know the tune, you're going to catch it really quickly. We're going to sing it a whole bunch. So let's give it a try. Great job, everybody. Thank you.
Good morning. And welcome to First Parish in Brookline, a Unitarian Universalist congregation. My name is Landon Rose, and my pronouns are he and him, and I am your worship associate this morning. Our service this morning will be led by our interim minister, Reverend Joe Cherry. Whether this is your first time here or you've been coming for decades, you are welcome here. Oh, a little more. Oh, I'm sorry. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, however you identify, you are welcome here. And if you are participating from home this morning, welcome. We are so glad to have you with us. If you are new, we extend a special welcome to you this morning. Please come say hello after the service. We would love to meet you. Immediately following our service today, everyone is invited to our social hour here to my left. No, to my right. Over there. And anyway. Announcements go here. Susan Larrabee has an announcement.
Susan Larrabee's, pronouns she, her, hers. Who remembers what's happening this Friday? That's right, First Friday Community Dinner. Woohoo! I wanted to invite everybody, and now I think you're thinking, am I bringing a salad or am I bringing a dessert to share with our community? Am I bringing drinks to pair with Fred's amazing contributions. I knew you were. Both of us. Hi, Lily. Hi, Maya. It turns out that as Unitarian Universalists, objects are not just objects. Objects can be sacred. Objects have stories attached to them. And so then you're remembering the theme for First Friday Community Dinner is joyful show and tell. And you're invited to bring a joyful or meaningful or just a simple object. And maybe you'll be sharing a story about it with your table. And there'll be some surprises about other objects shared. So we hope, Lily and Maya, that you will come, and maybe you'll have an object, and maybe you will tell us a sacred story about it.
One last request, which is that when new people or when people are coming in late, if you are at the end of a row, if you could either move a little more towards the center, or if you can just be mindful that when people arrive, that they'll be able to find their suits okay, especially if they're new people who might not want to bother you while you're listening. Okay. The insert in your order of service has a calendar of upcoming events, along with some other information we hope you will find useful. In addition, we have a few announcements this morning, which we've just heard. Okay. Once again, welcome one and all to First Parish this morning. It is a blessing to be together. Our opening hymn. Nope. Okay, you? Yes, okay.
I'm not sure I'm allowing any more announcements. I got an announcement I want to make first. You can come after me, though. Come up front. I'm pulling rank. So I have a big announcement for everybody. I've been kind of keeping this quiet. But last week, through the miracle of chosen family, Denis and I met our first grandson. His name is Archer. And it's been a bigger deal than I thought it was going to be. So that's my big announcement. You're up. Thanks. I do have pictures, but not too many.
Okay, so I didn't get this in the Friday Bulletin, even though I'm married to the person who does it. But next week on Sunday is a big women's rally/march or whatever it is for International Women's Day, and there will be a larger, if you all are listening and make this plan, contingent of people from First Parish who will leave immediately after the service and head down to join. So if you would like to participate, then please put that on your calendars and come to the women's rally for International Women's Day. It's on the Common. Thank you, Sally. Feel free to share all the other pertinent information. And make signs, do whatever you want to do. Maybe we can bring the First Parish women's sign. I don't know if we have a women's sign, but we have a First Parish sign. So, yeah, we got a week to make all of this happen.
As we gather this morning, we bring many things with us. Our questions, our fatigue, our hope, our hunger. No one ingredient makes a soup. No one voice makes a community. But when we come together, when we offer what we have, however small, however ordinary, something begins to form. Now, if you're a stock person, please come forward. They're prearranged. Go.
Oh, we should pour it down?
Yep. And then just There is the bag. What happened to the bag? You know what? Just set them on the ground behind the. Thank you. Thank you all. It is the broth that holds everything, the quiet presence that surrounds and sustains the space in which all things soften. May this hour be that kind of space, a vessel for becoming, of warmth as we enter together. Let us worship. And now, it's time for our opening hymn, which is this one here, 147 still? Yep. Number 347, Gather the Spirit, in the gray hymnal or up here on the screen.
Now is the time in our service when we light our chalice, symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith the world over. I invite Jeff Caddo to come and light the chalice for us. Please all join in reading our community's covenant found in your order of service, first in Spanish and then in English. Nos entregamos y nos comprometemos a caminar juntos como congregación, prometiendo con mucha fe cuidarnos mutuamente y deleitarnos en el amor que permanecerá entre nosotros. We give ourselves one unto another, coveting to walk together as a congregation, promising faithfully to watch over one another and to delight for love to abide in our midst. And now for our time for all ages.
Good morning, everyone. The story I'm going to tell today is a very old story. You might have heard it before. There's lots of versions from all over the world. It starts like this. A long time ago, a hungry traveler was walking down the road. All she had was an old pot. Her boots were worn, her back was aching, and she was hungry. She came upon a village. This is great, she thought. There will be people here who can feed me. Surely somebody will have just a little bit of food to share with a hungry traveler. She came to the first door. Knock, 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 knock. Somebody opened up. They said, hello? She said, hi, do you have just a little bit of food to share with a hungry traveler? I haven't eaten in days. Person said, I'm so sorry, but we don't have enough to even feed ourselves. I just have enough for my family. We have nothing else to share. She went to the next house and the next, and on. Everyone said the same thing. They seemed to just have only enough for them and not enough to share. But this traveler, she was clever. She had an idea. No matter, she went to the town square with a twinkle in her eye and announced, I'm going to make my famous stone soup. She pulled out her pot and she grabbed a couple of stones from the ground, filled her pot with water from the well, and dropped the stones in. Plop. I've made this soup for kings and queens. I'm going to make my delicious stone soup for the whole village. Somebody came out and said, stone soup? That's strange. She said, yeah, it's delicious, but it would be better if we had just some carrots to mellow out the flavor. That person thought to themselves, I think I have maybe a couple carrots tucked away. Another villager came. What are you making? I'm making stone soup, but if I just had an onion or two, it would really add a little bit of spice. Well, I think I have a couple onions, he said, and he went to go look. And on, people came forward. Someone found some cabbage. Someone found some parsnips. Somebody found a little bit of salt and pepper that they could add just to bring out the flavor of the soup. Someone even found some bread and some cider to go with. Now, if you have a bag labeled 1, can you come forward and dump your ingredients into the soup here? Oh, lovely. And all the villagers came. Some of them just had a little bit, some of them had a lot. Yum. Oh, beautiful. And in just a few minutes, some kids came along to help stir the delicious soup that was being made. And in a few minutes, they had a feast fit for the whole village. Everyone got a bowl, they ate, and everyone's tummies were full. It's a miracle, they thought. Soup made from stones? The traveler turned to them and said, it's not a miracle. Everyone had just a little, but when we put it together, we had a feast. Awesome. We're going to be making the soup today, and we can eat it at coffee hour, along with some other soups that people have brought. Now we're going to sing our kids out to their religious exploration classes.
Okay, fair warning, I'm going to be messing with that the entire time, so don't let me distract you. Okay? I'm trying not to get it to boil, but not boil over. So, always growing, right? Trying new things. I don't know about you, but I've had a very chaotic week, right? Not just globally, but in my own house, my own life. And the world never really stops. You know, we're going to hear noises from the kitchen while we take some time to kind of still ourselves. But I'd like to invite you into a moment of trying to be still, knowing there's always chaos. But we can be in charge of our own stillness, imperfect as it is. So for a moment or two, enjoy some deep breaths. Enjoy the company of the people around you. And if you have a bag with a number 2 on it, it is now time to come forward and add your ingredients to the soup. Don't look at this windowsill. Whatever you do, don't look at the windowsill. Yeah. Well, okay, so according to the recipe, in about 18 minutes you should smell the soup. I promise no guarantees. I will tell you whatever. So I divided the soup into 3 categories. The things that take the longest to cook, the medium to cook, and the littlest time to cook. So now we have the longest time stuff in there and the medium time stuff. It's all an experiment, like life itself. Speaking of which, Keith,
one of you, in your order of service, should have this next part highlighted and says, you get to pick a hymn. Does anybody have? Yeah, wonderful! What hymn would you like us to sing together? Spirit of Life. So Spirit of Life is 123 in the gray hymnal. We will sing it through twice. Sure, let's stand if you wish and if you are able.
Reverend Joe gave me the reading for today, and it's a very short reading. He told me to improvise. So I'm going to improvise. From No Future Without Forgiveness and other writings on Ubuntu. So I didn't know what Ubuntu means. This is from Desmond Tutu, and so I imagined it was a South African word or that. So I went on to AI on Google because that's where we go when we want to find out sort of about something. Well, Ubuntu is a popular free and open source Linux operating system based on Debian. No, it's not. So, for as smart as AI is, it didn't answer my question even close. So I just went to a dictionary, and the dictionary says Ubuntu. It's a philosophical doctrine or approach to life that emphasizes social unity and generosity of spirit, and it's from Zulu. A person, this is from No Future Without Forgiveness. A person is a person through other persons. None of us comes into the world fully formed. We would not know how to think or walk or speak or behave as human beings unless we learned it from other human beings. We need other human beings in order to be human. And that Ubuntu framework is essentially stone soup. We become human by contributing to one another's survival and joy. This is a time in our service when we invite your generosity to help pay for the good work of this community of faith and hope. Our offering will now be gratefully received.
And as we generously share to the works of this church, I'm going to ask the person who has this hymn highlighted in their order of service to select one. Does anybody have the hymn after offering words and blessing of gifts highlighted in their order of service?
I made a mistake and I took the other one. Somebody's got the first one.
Oh, well, Carla just wants all of the choices. Does anybody feel left out because you actually had the first hymn highlighted? Well, it's possible nobody took that order of service, in which case, does anybody want to shout out a hymn that you feel moved to sing this morning as a group? Blue Boat Home. All right, that's in our teal hymnal. I don't remember the number. I should. We sing it often. I should have that memorized. It is 1064 in the teal hymnal. And since it's offertory, it's entirely up to you if you wish to stand or stay seated, whatever's easiest for you.
Standing on these mountains. Good morning. My name is Whit Larrabee. I'm the board chair for this year. And on behalf of the board, I want to thank everyone for your generous gifts this morning. People have been giving gifts like this for generations here. We're going to carry out your trust in receiving those gifts so that we can carry the flame forward into the future, for future generations. And you're going to be hearing that theme about carrying the flame forward more this month, especially in a couple of weeks. Thank you.
Now I'm concerned it won't be done in time, but it promised it would be. This morning, we have watched something simple unfold. A pot, a stone, a handful of vegetables in paper bags, different hands carrying different pieces. One by one, they were added. The sturdy vegetables first, the ones that need time. Then the bright builders, tomatoes, green beans, corn. And lastly, the tender greens at the very end. Not yet, but soon. Actually, the way this is going, maybe now would be a good time to put the threes in. It's not going as quick as I want. So if you've got a bag with a 3 on it, now is your chance to come forward and add your contents to the soup. Maybe give it a stir. Thank you, Barbara. It probably does, but more broth, yeah. Not a single ingredient makes the soup. Not the potatoes, not the broth, not even the stone. But together in the same pot, over a steady heat, something begins to soften. Something begins to be ready to nourish us. Stone soup, as Kay said, is an old story about shared generosity, but it is also a story about process, about time, about structure, about what must happen before something good can be tasted. And here's what I want to name today. Before any of us walked into this sanctuary this morning, the soup had already begun. Sharon shaped the order of service. Opong set the chairs and prepared the stage for us. Keith, Kay, and I searched for and discovered music and story and theology that might fit together. None of that's really flashy. Much of it is invisible, but it is care. In every congregation there is broth. The broth is the unseen thing that holds everything else. It's not dramatic. No one gathers around to admire it. But without it, nothing softens. Nothing integrates. Nothing becomes soup. The broth is attention. Attention to detail, attention to timing, attention to how the room will feel when you enter. Attention to the emotional temperature of a community. Staff work is, in many ways, stewardship of attention. Not stewardship in the narrow sense of budgets and pledges, though those matter, but stewardship in the sense of tending, of watching, preparing. We prepare the pot, but the congregation fills it. This is not about lifting up the staff as heroes. It is about recognizing that every moving experience we have here rests on layers of care, some visible and some quiet. The chairs do not arrange themselves. The hymns do not automatically harmonize or be chosen. The lighting, the sounds, the flow of the hour, these are tended. They are tended so that the spirit has somewhere to land and rest. Care is often quiet, but it is rarely accidental. You know this from your own lives. I know that many of you know this from your own lives. Meals do not appear without someone chopping vegetables. Storms are not weathered without someone boarding windows. Hospitals do not run on doctors alone. Families do not function on love alone. They function on someone remembering to buy the milk. In every system, in every home, in every community, there is this metaphorical broth. There is the work that surrounds and sustains. And often the healthiest communities are not the ones without conflict or hardship. They're ones where the broth is strong, where there is enough shared attention that when the heat rises, things soften instead of burn. We live in stormy times. Political storms, cultural storms, personal storms. And it can be tempting to think that all we need are bigger, louder, flashier ingredients, a more dramatic vegetable, a shinier stone. But what we actually need is steadiness, structure, care that continues. What we need is to keep coming together. Because here is the truth that the soup teaches us. No single ingredient can weather the heat alone. Potatoes would scorch in an empty pot. The greens would shrivel. The tomatoes would stick and burn. It is the shared broth, the shared space that makes this transformation possible. It's partly why I started with 5 bringers of the broth, to demonstrate that. And so when we speak of stewardship here, we are not only speaking of financial generosity, we are speaking of shared tending. The staff prepared the pot. You fill it with your presence, your voice, your willingness to show up, your courage to share what you carry. And when we do that together, when structure and spirit meet, something nourishing happens. Not because any one person was extraordinary, but because we were willing to share the same pot. Love that lasts is usually prepared in advance. Communities that endure storms do not assemble themselves at the first drop of rain. They have been simmering. They have been tending. They have been practicing together, being together long before the rains pick up, the winds pick up. This is what we're doing here. Week by week, hymn by hymn, chair by chair, paper bag by paper bag, we are practicing coming together. We are strengthening the broth so that when the storms of life come, and they will, we are not brittle. We are not alone. We are not scattered ingredients rolling across a cold countertop. We are already in the pot, already warmed, already softened, already connected. And that's not accidental. It is care. It is fellowship. It is loved. Love practiced quietly long before it is needed. Amen. Please come together to sing our closing hymn, O God of Love, This is the Time of Turning.
And I'll just give a brief introduction to this hymn, which is actually a hymn that Reverend Joe introduced me to. I think you said you saw it in maybe your Facebook feed or something. I don't remember. I should have written down who wrote the lyrics. But it is a modern, kind of contemporary reflection on a lot of what's going on, but using the tune to Finlandia. So the words are in your order of service and also up on the screen. And please rise as you're willing and able and join in singing.
Please join us in our unison affirmation as Reverend Joe extinguishes our chalice. Apagamos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, ni el calor de la comunidad, ni el fuego del compromiso. Estos los llevamos con nosotros y los ofrecemos para bendecir al mundo. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, nor the fire of commitment. These we carry with us and offer as gifts unto the world.
What began as separate pieces, roots and greens, water and stone, hands and voices, has become nourishment. Not because any one thing was extraordinary, but because they were willing to share the same pot. This is how we weather the storms of life. Not alone, not hardened, but together. We will still face wind. We will still face uncertainty. But we have learned again that warmth can be made, that sustenance can be shared, that community is not an idea, it is something we practice. So go from this place ready to gather again, ready to contribute, ready to receive. Ready to receive. That's the part we struggle with. We're good at giving, but it's hard for us to receive. And when the weather turns, remember this plot. Remember the warmth. And remember that we belong one to another. Amen. Please join us for the myriad soup contributions and bowls. And hopefully this soup is done now.